was brilliant. And I was worried I was going to get it. I feel much better.
Oh, that's not casual, that's dynamic.
I'm styling for you.
Yes.
So we had some exciting news last week. Yeah, Becky Blair in class 15 designed the top one Maverick Dark Star spot for Tom Cruise and was with him filming. She works at Lockheed Martin Skunk.
Did you see the movie yet?
Yes, did the he looks the same as he did in 1986 too, which is kind of scary.
He dyes his hair, that's
Yeah, that's definitely.
a little salt and pepper, I think, would serve him well, though.
Botox,
Yeah.
lots of skin treatment.
I don't know that I would want to be, like, up close and personal next to him, because my mind might change, right? Maybe you probably have to
I want that job. That was a few years ago. I just want to have 6 hours a day to go walking.
I saw it.
A few years ago, I was at Kremlin, and Lenin looked remarkably the same as he did in 1970. I don't think I want to go there.
We're gonna line up. Don't sit yet.
up, and so you'll have the name of the
If you guys just want to come form line, that'd be great. You stand right here.
I'm Jerry.
Maria.
Another minute or two.
Yeah.
Do I have to?
And then you'll have a couple minutes and then about 2 minutes before it.
So after I make that,
Yep, sounds good.
Honored guests, welcome to the 2022 commencement of Clarkson University. Please take your seats. We'll begin in a few moments, and I would like to make a few announcements. We ask that the audience please remain seated throughout the ceremony so that all of our guests will be able to see our graduates. Please note that there are emergency exits located at the back of the theater. In the event of an emergency or fire alarm, the exit doors will open. Please proceed as quickly and calmly as you can to the exits. I would also remind you that there's no smoking permitted in the theater, and a professional photographer will be taking pictures of every graduate. In addition, we ask that you please silence your cell phones at this time. Thank you.
You got everyone? I got everyone. I just want to. Oh, okay, well, yeah. Okay.
Welcome to the commencement of Clarkson University, and welcome class of 2022. Thomas Kassouf, class of 1974 and chair of the Board of Trustees, will now open our commencement ceremony.
Well, welcome. The 2022 Spring Commencement Ceremony and Convocation of Clarkson University is herewith in session. Will the Marshal please come forward and vest the President?
As the Clarkson faculty, staff, and students, we're grateful for the opportunity to meet here, and we thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land before us. We acknowledge we are meeting on the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee, the Mohican, and their ancestors. These lands and waterways connect to the vast traditional areas of the Haudenosaunee, the Algonquin, the Huron-Wendat, Abenaki peoples. We recognize and deeply appreciate their connection to this place. We also recognize the contributions of the Mohican, Haudenosaunee, and other indigenous peoples have made both in shaping and strengthening this community in particular and other territories within the country as a whole. These traditional territories were never wholly surrendered and were only claimed by competing French and British crowns and later New York State. As we move towards healing past injustices, we must acknowledge the wrongs that have been done and work towards a unified path of coexistence and prosperity. Now please rise as you are able For the invocation by Dean Michelle Crimmy, then please remain standing for the singing of the America the Beautiful song by Jonathan Baxter.
As we gather here today, may we reflect on and be grateful for our opportunity to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates together. Let this day be a special moment in our lives, one to remember the hard work and daily sacrifices that lead us to a brighter future. Let us look into the future with optimistic resolve to each do our part to create a peaceful, safe, and healthy world. And let us use our prosperity to better the lives of those around us. May we seek good judgment, guidance, strength, wisdom, and the desire for perpetual learning.
Y'all want it in F or F sharp? Okay. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for pilgrim feet, whose stern and passion stress a thoroughfare of freedom beat across the wilderness. America, America, God mend thine every flaw. Confirm thy soul in self-control, thy liberty in law.
Wow, thank you. Please be seated. I now ask that Matthew Miles come forward to offer remarks. It is an honor to introduce you to Matthew, who's graduating today with his Master of Arts in Teaching Earth Science. Matt will begin his career teaching high school at Ravina Coyman's Selkirk High School this fall. The faculty are proud that he was chosen to represent the class of 2022 today. His grit, determination, and love of teaching exemplify Clarkson's MIT alumni.
I can't sing like Jonathan, so I'm sorry. Good afternoon, class of 2022. It is an honor to be celebrating this great accomplishment with you all. First, I want to recognize all the individuals in the venue who have supported and helped us on our journey. It is thanks to their support and sacrifices that we are able to be here today. So thank you for everything. Please join me in a round of applause. Psychologist Lisa Williams once said, "Some people can touch your life for a brief moment, but will leave an imprint for a lifetime." Class of 2022, we have all had people both present here today and not who have touched our lives and shaped us. We continue to carry on their legacies while creating our own. My grandfather was a geologist for the state of New York. Of course, I didn't initially choose to study geology. Sorry, Grampy. I just kept taking rocks for granted. Some people got the joke. Good, good. Despite this, my grandfather passed on knowledge to me about the field of geology and has influenced my life in immeasurable ways. Class of 2022, as teachers, we have an ability to shape future generations. Wow, that seems like a lot of pressure, right? However, I do believe if anyone can handle this pressure and meet it with both grace and excitement, it is all these wonderful classmates of mine. Classmates, I can't thank you enough for the memories we shared and the support we have given each other. Here's to lifelong friendships. Clarkson faculty and staff, thank you for modeling professionalism while letting us be our goofy, authentic selves. You have taught us many important aspects of teaching that will be carried on into our own classroom. When I was first looking into Clarkson, I had very limited knowledge about the field of education, yet alone graduate schools that offered a master's in teaching. From the first day I visited campus, I knew I was home. And within this home, I discovered a new family. This family has overcome some challenges during our time together, but now we are here. Some of us face challenges of arriving in the United States and adjusting to a whole new culture, but we are here. Some of us dealt with challenges of teaching and learning virtually, but we are here. Some of us dealt with doubting if we're cut out to be teachers, but we are here. Some of us dealt with challenges in our own residencies or with our students, but we are here. Some of us had to balance families and grad school, but we are here. What I love most is even though we face all different challenges, our grit, determination, and ability to persevere is why we are here. Class of 2022, I want to leave you with the words of former President John F. Kennedy. We do these things not because they are easy, but because they are hard. As we've experienced our short time in this program, teaching is not easy. However, we are here today because we embody President Kennedy's words to the fullest and challenge ourselves to be better every day. Our world has a bright future with this class of teachers, and it is an honor that I am graduating with all of you. Just remember, every day when you walk into your classrooms, we do these things not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Congratulations to Clarkson's Education Department's Class of 2022. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce the president of Clarkson University, Dr. Tony Collins.
Well, thank you, Matthew. These have not been easy years, these last couple of years. And when I think back, when Clarkson first merged the Union Graduate School into Clarkson, there were challenges in front of us, but little did we imagine the challenges of the last 2 or 3 years. And what stands out to me is through those challenges, you accepted the challenge of coming into teaching as a profession. Through the summer of 2020, myself and 2 of your faculty members were engaged by the governor to be on the Reimagine Education task force, I guess it was. And during that time, I felt that we were under a lot of pressure at Clarkson, but then when I listened to the K through 12 experience, my heart went out to both the students and the teachers. Those were difficult times, and to think that you have chosen this particular profession through that background is quite simply amazing to me, and we're just extremely proud of you. So congratulations. And I would also add to it the way that we've had to teach this particular group with your going out to the schools and back onto the classroom. That's been particularly challenging. So thank you for taking up the challenge on behalf of numerous students yet to be educated, and I think you'll bring a talent and a vibrancy that is probably going to be exceptional and never I won't say, you should never say never, right? But it's hard for me to imagine that those that follow in your footsteps will have the same commitment and dedication because of how you've chosen this profession at this particular time. So congratulations. So there was one other interesting aspect when Clarkson merged a few years ago, and that was across the street, we noticed that there was an institution, MISI, Museum of Innovation, Science and Innovation. And little did we know at that time that that would become an integral part. And so I have a special message to challenge yet one more time the graduates for this year's class. So the word partner is often used with children when they begin school. A kindergartner cannot take a walk without finding his or her partner. The partner is a security blanket, the person who cushions insecurities and fears, the person who gives their hand when you fall. At the beach or pool, children are told to swim with a buddy or a partner, someone who is near to you to help you if any danger arises. Early on, we recognize that partners are with us to help, support, and share our experiences. Life is a vast network of partnerships in which all are givers and takers. Partnerships may well shape your career, your personal life, and ultimately define the mark you make on the world. Today, advanced degrees in education will be awarded to you. Within your education world, you'll surely find ways to partner with colleagues as teamwork was inherent in your activities and projects while preparing for your degree. But, and here I go with my challenge, I challenge you to keep your minds open to the disciplines outside of yours. This will be particularly important as the ways and modes of delivering education are changing. Think about the influence of experts in data science, simulation, visualization, virtual reality, as well as environmental scientists, climate scientists, and the list goes on. These are the types of partners that may lead to ideas and discoveries in your teaching worlds that have yet to be imagined. Your degree soon will be conferred. You'll be given the credentials to go well beyond a kindergarten partner that was first assigned to you and seek out professional partners that will not only support you, but potentially allow you to explore new ideas and think outside the box. So, as you listen to our keynote speaker, who is an expert on innovation and science, a little later on, you might realize that you have some commonality and a reason to partner, even though your disciplines differ. So, here it was 5 or 6 years ago when Clarkson merged Union Graduate College into Clarkson. Little did we know the kind of people that would be attracted to this program, and Matthew, we've already heard about the kind of people, the partners, the lifelong friendships, and then across the street, just literally across the street, an institution that I think can have a huge impact on the future of education. So there's my challenge. Listen to our keynote speaker today. So, congratulations. That's it for me. So, Clarkson also recognizes upon their retirement professors and academic administrators who have served the university with distinction for a noteworthy period. This year we have 6 such Professor Emeriti to be honored, representing 162 years of combined service. Wow. Professor John Hubbards, 17 years from the Ray School of Business, will be recognized at the 6 p.m. ceremony today. Professor Peter Otto, 13 years from the Ray School of Business, is unable to attend today's ceremony. Recognized in May in Potsdam, Professor Charles Robinson, 16 years and still working in the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department. Professor Gary Kelly, 38 years in the Department of Psychology. Professor Hung Tao Shen, 38 years in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering Department. Professor S.V. Babu, 40 years in the Department of Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering. How about a round of applause for those faculty? This next is particularly exciting for all of us in this room today. At Clarkson, our faculty share a passion for both teaching and research excellence. Each year we recognize our faculty with an award for excellence in research. The John W. Graham Jr. Faculty Research Award is given each year to an untenured faculty member whose work shows great promise and the award is to be used solely for research purposes. This year's recipient is Seema Rivera, Associate Professor, STEM Education. Seema, would you please come forward to receive your award? Recognized in May in Potsdam was Professor Tom Langen, who is this year's Distinguished Teaching Award recipient. I'll now invite Catherine Snyder, Chair Catherine Snyder, Chair of the Department, to present the Student Awards. Catherine?
Okay. Good afternoon. As the chair of the Department of Education, it's my pleasure to present the Corlin Bauhofer MAT Encouragement Award. Corlin Bauhofer is one of the original team of public school teachers who designed and launched our very successful Master of Arts in Teaching program over 30 years ago. This award is presented every year to MAT students who, like Corlin, overcame extraordinary odds on her journey to become a teacher. This year's recipients are Sarah Hashim and Patrick Houlihan, who are presented with the Corlin Bauhofer MAT Encouragement Award in recognition of their quality work and resilience in the face of adversity. Will Patrick and Sarah please come forward to receive their awards? It is now my honor and pleasure to welcome Dr. Gina C. Gould, the president of MySci, the Museum of Innovation and Science. Dr. Gould's love of the environment, the history of Earth, and the objects that testify to that history has shaped her career. After receiving a bachelor's degree in zoology from SUNY Oswego, Gould joined the Peace Corps as a curator of mammalogy of Paraguay's National Museum of Natural History. Thereafter, Gould was awarded a fellowship by the American Museum of Natural History to Columbia University's PhD program, where she earned her degree in paleontology. Over the past several years, Dr. Gould has revitalized Schenectady's Museum of Innovation and Science into a center for transformative and experiential learning. Please join me in welcoming my colleague, Dr. Gina Gould.
How you guys doing today? Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, everybody. So I'm delighted to be here for your day. Your day. It's graduation day. Not just any day or graduation, but a graduation with a master's degree. When only 3 states in the United States require a master's degree in education to teach your children, and you do it, and then you pay for it dearly. Well, that is a statement about who you are and your dedication to our collective future. Your success as a teacher is not just dependent on how well you know your subject matter. It's on your ability to earn trust and respect from your students, their parents, and society as a whole. Unlike any other professional degree, business, engineering, medicine, which by their very nature command respect, I'm sorry to tell you, a master's degree in teaching and education does not, as evidenced by your paychecks, sometimes disrespectful parents and students, and by a body of politicians who want to arm teachers with guns. Obviously, these people have no idea how special each and every one of you are, or that you all shape our future. which is our children, who are now impacting the future like we never thought possible. My major advisor in graduate school, Malcolm McKenna, used to brag that by the time he was 21, he had read all the research papers in paleontology. Of course, he was insinuating that I should be equally as well read. It should be noted that the field of paleontology really didn't get any attention until big whomping dinosaurs were discovered in the late 1890s out west. And I'm talking the big ones, you know, Apatosaurus, formerly Brontosaurus, T-Rex, all those big guys. But back then, there were only 5 paleontologists in the world. Okay, there were a few more, but not many. And publishing research papers back then was a huge endeavor. So yes, by the 1950s, Malcolm could have easily read most of the major papers in paleontology because there weren't millions of them by then. When I started graduate school, we didn't have the internet, and our computers were primitive at best. Today, everything we know about the dimensions of the past, present, and future changes in real time. An academic paper is published every second of every day. Technology has transformed learning into the never-ending Iron Man sport, or rather Iron Person sport. No matter how fast you run, you cannot get to the finish line because it keeps moving. But you, teachers, embrace that sport. You are not just being asked to be adroit in reading, writing, and arithmetic. In today's world, a teacher needs to be technologically nimble, versed in science, engineering, physics, biology, history, literature, and pedagogy. And of course, you need to have a hands-on working knowledge of child psychology, pharmacology, and diplomacy. Oh, and let's not forget, you also need to be fearless, creative, organized, positive, funny, empathetic, highly energetic leaders with a beefed up immune system. That is a tall order, a very tall order, but that is who each and every one of you are, because teaching isn't a job, it's a vocation. Today is a very special day. You're not just getting a master's degree, you're making a commitment to guide our future, our children, and you're doing it while we are in a pandemic, while climate change looms large, when there's considerable unrest in society and schools are not safe places anymore, and when our children are suffering because of all of it. So before I ask you to patiently listen, while I, one, thank the pantheon of people I'm supposed to for the honor of being here, because I am very honored to be here, and two, share a few pearls of wisdom before you venture into a rapidly changing world, I want to ask you to do me a favor. I want you all to stand. Come on, you can do it. Thank you. I want you to look at your friends and colleagues to your right, to your left, behind you, and in front of you. You are community bounded by the thread that brought you all to Clarkson to pursue this level of learning. Who you are, plus your dreams, plus a dash of chance, brought you together to learn from one another, to learn from your professors, and to learn from your mutually shared experiences of navigating your studies, navigating a world gone mad, and for many, a full-time job, a spouse, a house, and oh, children. And you did it with aplomb. Now that is an accomplishment. Congratulate one another, because like you, today is their day too. So take a minute, acknowledge in however manner you're comfortable. Elbow bump, a hug, little toe kick, whatever it is. And recognize that you are bounded by this journey, because you may never get that chance again. Okay. All right, you may be seated. Thank you for standing. Okay, graduates of 2022, if I may garner your attention for a couple more minutes, I have a few things I want to impart on you before your celebrations. These are extraordinary times we live in because of science and technology. What was once unimaginable is imaginable. What was once impossible is possible. And the vast majority, this is key, the vast majority of Nobel Prize winners get them for research they started in graduate school just 4 short years after being educated by people like you. Teachers of Nobel Prize winners should get prizes for encouraging curiosity and discovery, because that is where innovation begins. And finally, you make a difference in your students' lives every day. And you will make a difference in my life in 10, 20, and perhaps 30 years by the actions of your students now and into the future. I will close by saying how honored I am for being asked to speak at your graduation, and how humbled I am by your talents and dedication. You are the shapers of our future, and I am hedging my bets that your students will change the course of history for the better. Thank you for being patient while I shared my aspirations for you, and thank you to your families and friends and Clarkson faculty and staff for supporting you while you endeavored to realize such a feat. I leave you all today inspired. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Gina. Now, Monica Young, President of the Clarkson Alumni Association, will now offer her remarks.
Good afternoon. As President Collins said, I'm the current president of the Alumni Association, and I am so glad to be here to welcome you all to the Alumni Association and the alumni community. I graduated from Clarkson in 2000 with a bachelor's in mechanical engineering, and several years later, before Clarkson offered an MAT, I also completed my master's in physics teaching at a different institution. I've been engaged in educational research and management, first for the New York State Education Department, and now for a woman-owned firm where I support the U.S. Department of Education. Last week, U.S. Secretary of Education Cardona was here in New York. He said, "A great teacher in every classroom is one of the most important resources we can give our children to recover from this pandemic and thrive." Thrive. I know Dr. Snyder and all of the faculty have prepared each of you to become a great teacher, and I'm proud to call each of you a fellow alum. We have alumni chapters across the country, and our alumni community is welcoming and supportive. Please connect with us, and I hope to see you at an upcoming event.
So thank you, Monica. And just let me, before I say the next phrase, which will really get us going, congratulations again, and thank you for stepping forward into a crazy world to bring the next generation forward. We can't thank you enough. So now we do move to the principal business of the day. We'll now confer the master's degrees. Will the chair of the Department of Education, Catherine Snyder, please come forward? Chair Snyder, would you please present your candidates?
Will all of the candidates for the Master of Arts in Teaching, the Certificate of Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages, and the Master of Arts in Curriculum and Instruction please rise and remain standing? Mr. President, I'm pleased to present, on behalf of the faculty, candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching, Certificate in Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages, and Master of Arts in Curriculum and in the Department of Education. By a vote of the faculty, confirmed by a vote of the Board of Trustees, all transcripts reflect completion of requirements for these degrees and all of the rights and privileges appertaining thereto.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts or Advanced Certificate with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and honors which appertain thereto. Congratulations.
Will the candidates please come forward as your name is called to receive your diplomas. Matthew Christopher Myers. Dervler and Fan. Patrick Joseph Holohan. Joey, oh, I'm sorry. Zoe Marie Celestige. Catherine Rose Lepeta. Anna Maria Kirst. Andre Elizabeth Matino. Catherine Committee. Thanks. Tiger O. McKeevy. Kanan Colon. Tianming Liu. Caleb Joshua Hughes. Louis Mesusha. Jonathan Holland Baxter. Christiana Olakomi Oyewale.
the only associate volleyball coach in the country who do an MAT degree and retire from the team with 2 Liberty League champions.
小童陈。 Michael Bellucci. Relay Kensler. Lindsay Nicole Table. Tonya Lynn Alice.
Viviana Coraizaga.
Yeah. Liliana A. Corzago. Michael Burgess.
This is a very nice one.
Okay. Yohei Lee. Diana Russo. Nicholas Bowman. Colleen Lin. Wan Huang. Burton Mabuki. Sarah Hughes Hashim. Congratulations to all of the Master of Arts in Teaching graduates.
Well, thank you all. On behalf of the Clarkson University Board of Trustees, I congratulate again the class of 2022. You're supposed to applaud now, so okay. I now hereby declare the 2022 Spring Commencement Ceremonies and University Convocation closed. So please enjoy the reception in Robb Alley, located just outside the theater's entrance. So to all graduates, good luck, Godspeed.
是一人送一场。应该的，今天是绝对是大喜的日子。明年。是。咱是不是稍等一下还是现在？现在可以找那个索菲亚老师有问题。你也看一下美国的毕业典礼大概长什么样？但我是毕业的时候不这样。哎呀，我也想照照片。是的，我们现在好，咱们一起照个照片不？然后，来，快大家一起照相。你们两个。你们两个先照。好，咱俩。来这个前头吧。哎，小童，你们来这前头这儿，来这儿。站直吧。
几个人说我1.9米，人1.75米。
看到我旁边那个女的。
看着那得奔2米多的。
好了，谢谢。赵老师。好，我再看你是不是我对
我蹲下了。
行，你们两个别管，站着吧。好。好，谢谢。好，快来。就是这一届和下届的。这届和下届。来。给你一个花。不用，你拿着。看谁呀？
都看。